Hello, familia. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I just spent some time before this live with you, this space, smudging and prayer and just gratitude, the deepest gratitude. And this is probably one of the biggest videos yet on my channel that I've been able to post. So whether you watch this, whatever time that you watch it, I trust that you receive it in divine timing and that you receive what you need in this conversation, in this chat today. We're live on TikTok. We're live on the YouTube. If you're watching the replay, do hashtag replay on YouTube. And if you are live, just share some love, share how you're feeling. I hope you can feel the excitement. There's so much. I honestly had so much trouble because trying to, did I want to do a channeled May message, or did I want to offer that support, or did I also want to do like how to respect yourself and tune into yourself? And I was like, all of that is in the process of this big announcements that I have for you guys. Stephanie, so happy you're here. So yeah, share your love, like this post, and if you can do a big favor and like, subscribe, comment, because that's how we are able to receive that space and community and for everyone to see this offerings to help the collective in a time right now where our collective is in suffering. We talk about how we spent 2 years in the process of a big awakening that was bound to happen. And I'm sure every single one of you have had big life changes, whether that is, leaving a relationship, enhancing a relationship, finding a loved one, whether it is losing loved ones, or maybe going through a huge transformation of who you are right now. And what I hope to offer support in this video, I'm going to be going over the announcements, but first I want to do a channeled message in celebration of the energy of these offerings. I think a message would be great to just share medicine, share what wants to come through. So if you are finding yourself on this video, I trust it's because you are meant to be here. So what I like to say is let's open space and let's bring in the divine to give guidance for the souls for what this announcement offers to them. Feels like the biggest transformation of my life. Exactly. Like there's just so many shifts, and we don't talk about integrating change. And this is what these offerings are all about. Hey, Bridget, integrating your change in yourself and allowing that to come full force. So let this channel message be about integration. Let this channel message be about receiving what you need to ground in your body, because as beautiful as it is to do the mentoring, to do the plant medicine ceremonies, to do community, to meditate, to do the chanting, the chakra cleansing, all that stuff, that's amazing. But that is honestly just the beginning of you weaving that and embodying that into your life. So take some deep breaths with me. Let's breathe. Let's drop in, whether you're listening to this in your car, in the gym. One of you commented on a video that we just posted that you're listening to the message, divine messages from another video while at the gym. So wherever you are, bring presence right now. Just take 3 present breaths into your body. Breathing, feeling into the body that you're in, feeling into the body that you are stepping into the spirit that you are and its divinity, and to see what messages come in. Like I say, what energy put in is what you receive. So liking and whatever feels good to you, to really be present and take some breaths. Okay, we got a pile of cards that are here. I'm just feeling the energies. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it deeply. All today, I've been feeling this enhancement. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling this today. This enhancement of just so much coming through and grounding in the moments of change. So the first card that we have here is this beautiful card, and it is All That Glitter. And this card has been coming up quite a bit. I find it quite fitting for the time of right now. The channel message received here is for those focusing on abundance. When I say the word abundance, it's the life that you are painting and stepping in and living in your life. You are embodying and taking full responsibility to understand that. I just had a beautiful conversation with one of the Earth Dharma students, and one of the teachings, the stories I want to share with you, is they were sharing how there was all this resistance coming in to welcoming the change. You know, you put your prayers out, you put your intentions out for support, for healing, and it's almost like our spirit tries to find ways to resist what is for us, right? And we have to ask ourselves why that is. You know, you've done the changing, you're doing the healing, you're in the process, but why do we look back? Why do we look back at the shadow that we just shedded and try to convince ourselves why that version of us should be in the material essence of ourself right now in our life? So it is your responsibility to really look at, what is your relationship with the material world? What is your relationship with the material world, and how are you weaving that in from all the healing you've done, all the expansion you've done? Which brings me to the loyal heart. And I really love this card. Why? Because it teaches us, are you committed to self and your spirit and your truth, right? Are you committed to showing up in this authentic way? And I want to share a story why this is coming up and how timely it is right before this big announcement. I'm so excited, but of course I need to share this message with you guys first, is that I had a situation a couple weeks ago. Actually, it started really at the beginning of February, where a sister, and what was brought is showing the shadow of what comes up when we co-create and create something together. And what I want to share with you is each and every single spirit and soul here, beyond the word and the title of a nurse, a doctor, a healer, a shaman, whatever you want to call these fancy words. Hi, stories. Whatever you want to call these words, they mean absolutely nothing, because really what you are is a human being here stepping into the gifts that your soul has come here to do. And what that means is, when we go into our life experiences, whether it's traumas, whether it's changing our identity, whether it's expanding, stepping into our divinity, we have a responsibility with the loyal heart card. How loyal are you to stepping into your truth and honoring all parts of you? Honoring the version of you that you shedded and the version that continues to come through in certain times of your life to continuously teach you something. And when we can honor that commitment of self, it then stops to become like this feeling that we're resisting and fighting against our own being. And we're willing to humble our hearts to understand and to see these are teachings, that life is really the teaching. So this is a reminder. This card, the loyal heart card, is a reminder. Is what is your spirit asking you to be committed to? I saw a beautiful message by an elder in a video recently, and they talked about our relationships are our teachers. So I want you to ask yourself, what is your current relationships that are really being highlighted right now in your life? And what are they here to teach you and support you with? It could be to bring in a trigger that is wanting to be released, dissolved, or understood. It could be the understanding that this relationship is bringing you to meet the soul community that you're meant to step with and to walk with. It could be recognizing the shadow that this relationship is merely a reflection of who I am. So without relationships, as you have expanded, as you have shifted, as you've probably shed friendships or relationships in your past, every single one of you watching this have, that these experiences is to create spaciousness for you to then call in what feels aligned. And remembering that the real purpose, if everyone asks me the question, Shika, how do I find my purpose? You know, if you resonate with this question, put a tag, a little emoji of a little thumbs up emoji. The thumbs up emoji is really essentially committing to yourself, yeah, I do have that feeling. Your purpose is living and understanding the life of the relationships you have. And I've noticed, even through my own experience, I just heard a siren, so this is definitely a big message for you. When you feel this feeling where you see that life is our teacher, we end up working with life, not against life. We end up knowing that we're here for a reason. We end up understanding that there's so much depth to why we are here. And then we start to surrender to the fates and actually work with the great mystery, work with our ancestors and elders that are with us on the earth plane and have transitioned. We end up understanding what it actually means to trust and to fully surrender to the beliefs and to fully surrender to being held by this life experience. This brings me to a beautiful remembering of when I was in my process 8, 9 years ago, depressed. We've all gone through depressive times, everyone has gone through it, right? And I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to breathe. It was even hard to wash dishes, eat food. I went to the gym 3 times a day just to get out of my body. And it was because I couldn't surrender to the results of what I attracted into my life. So instead of surrendering to the fates of committing that my soul signed up to be here, my soul signed up to have this experience. Instead of focusing so much on the clarity and the tangible, getting wrapped up on the words and the titles and all of that, I was chasing after a void. And it wasn't until things hit and the tower moments, right? We've all had these experiences where one big thing happens, change. Maybe it could be your Saturn return. It could be a divorce. It could be a breakup. It could be a trauma. It could be a remembering of something. It could be your physical health that brings you to your knees. Through the essence of suffering, you see where your soul has been suffering to be itself and be its own person and to come home. So my biggest question in this channel message for you through this and through this announcement is, what part of your soul and your spirit is wanting to come home? And when we come home to ourself, which is not a place, it is not a person, it is ourselves, it is our essence, it's our being. We can then be flexible to all that is being created. And you can see the egg here, which represents the cosmic egg in the world. Everything comes easy to us. And that's exactly what this announcement is sharing. I listen to each and every one of you. It's such an honor to get to read your comments, to receive your deep shares. I needed this because I'm going through a divorce and I have 3 kids. I needed this because I just left my job. I needed this because I just started a new job. I'm a new person. I don't have any friends where I am. I needed this because I just went through a big awakening, understanding the world more than what I was taught to from my conditioning. And now I found community here in the space, through the comments, through the sharing, through the resonance, through the mirroring of each other. And this brings me a space of comfort, brings me a space to commit to myself. And that is my biggest prayer for every single one of you. This brings me to happiness. This is where you are moving into it. Again, we have the cosmic egg, the world. So this is really, again, just showing with you, what is the world you want to live in? What is the world that you want to create? Now, my favorite phrase, my favorite comment and mantra is, be the change you want to see in the world. And everyone sees what it means, like be the change you want to see in the world. But what it's really saying is embody the change you want to become and be. When you came into this body, you have programming and codes, and your whole life experience is to decide to learn from these codes, from your ancestors, from your past lives, from your spirit, from your soul, and to understand it. And when you can do that, you can see the blessings. Once what was a victimized trauma or, an essence of shadow, an essence of pain and fear is no longer that. Now it's a blessing because I understand it. I understand that patterning and I can see what was hiding behind it. One of my beautiful things I love to see is when people go through healing and processes and they say, wow, this is why I went through this. This is why I experienced these experiences. I am choosing to look at it, to listen and to understand. And that is where we get clarity. These are so important. Reading your comments. I was just talking about how many of the relationships are being transformed. There's closures and new beginnings. Exactly. You're letting go of a relationship and in return, you're receiving a new one. You're receiving one that aligns with your timeline, that aligns with your spirit, with your soul, not your human physical body, not how beautiful you look in a dress, not how amazing you did this or how many followers you have. That means nothing. It is the essence of who you are and the deepest core of who you are. And I have been working on a lot of childhood trauma. Today, I looked in the mirror and told my younger self, I love you. You deserve love and happiness for all of us. The first part of my message, that's okay. But with Christine and what she's sharing, that's so deep. Well, that's one of the biggest things I always share with people is when you do things, you are your inner child. When you look at a picture of your inner child, I always look at them and I say, that's who I'm living for. They knew exactly why they came. They're a star being. They're so aware. But this world is a world of distraction and confusion. And it doesn't have to be that way. But we have created so many distractions and confusion where it even brings a soul to convince themselves why they should not be here. And this is a great sign to share with you that we have nature at the bottoms of our feet, constantly holding us to remember to the heartbeat of our drum, to remember to our divinity and our true. And this brings me to the thinker, which is like observe and go inwards. You know, I love these channel messages to support you guys, but one of my biggest advice I always give you is take what resonates and throw out what doesn't. And what does that mean when I keep saying that? It means that honor yourself and what feels true to you, because you know yourself more. And the more that you are able to look inwards and do healing, you know, I find myself doing less and less card readings and mediumship sessions because I can just sit and create ceremony with myself. And that's my biggest prayer for you, to just tap in, do the work, and go into yourself. Find these answers in yourself. I'm going through a divorce at 49. My children are 27, 20, 12, and 9. I feel absolutely wonderful. Others are concerned, however, and I am relieved for your channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. So this is a great example of distractions. You know, you make a decision that feels so good in your being, in your body, but yet everyone else will give you opinions as to who you are. And that is the world here. But the true essence is you listening, that it's freeing myself and also being a representation for my children, that I am able to be free and I am able to make my decisions and choose the life that feels good to me. I'm going to share a beautiful story I heard on a video recently. I wish I could share it on here because it's on Instagram. I shared it on my Instagram. And this is a great example of love and commitment of a soul and understanding that it's more than just you. There's this beautiful woman that she met this man years ago. She was 45 and he was in his 20s at the time. And they fell in love, and he was an artist and he created, and there was so much medicine that they shifted and created to each other. And they had that conversation at one point. And as they were walking, they saw this beautiful little kid and his eyes lit up, and she just smiled, and she looked over and said his name and said, "Do you want children?" And he said, "Yes, of course," with a smile. And her heart sank because she knew in her body that she didn't want any more children. And the next day she met this beautiful woman, red hair, beautiful eyes. And right when she saw her, she knew that that was the soul that was meant for her partner at the time. So she decided that day that she would separate, and she became friends with this woman that was redhead. And she ended up meeting up and introduced, her ex, which was her friend at the time, this person. And she said, "Okay, I'm going to leave now," and organized a friend to call her for an emergency. And she left. And when she hugged him, he said, "Please don't go," because he knew that his soul was finally going to receive the blessing of being with a soulmate and to be a father. She disconnected with him for 4 years. And after 4 years, she decided to reach out and found out he had an art expo. And when she arrived there, she saw this little 4-year-old child running towards her. And in French, she said, "You are the fairy that I've been seeing." The reason why I share this story is because in this story, it shows to you that we have a choice to see that our decisions impact the collective. And when we are not choosing to commit to our soul's truth, we are living a lie, which in turn creates more lies in this world, more distractions. So when we can be truthful in our relationships and in our friendships, our ancestors, we are actually just in those decisions in our hearts. We're seeing the bigger picture. We're healing, we're committing to the truth, and we're giving that person permission to also give the truth. And through that story, she gave him that freedom for him to go and fall in love and have the child that he wanted. But if it wasn't for that decision of seeing beyond just her and what was beautiful that was there, that she wouldn't be able to respect his soul's wishing, even though they had this beautiful experience that they did. So this relationship taught her to choose herself, but also honor her partner at the time and to see that with love. So I want you to think of someone that you probably really, really, really maybe have a hard time loving, or maybe there's hardship that's there. Ask yourself, what can you do? Can I pray for this person in the most loving way? If you've had an experience where someone has reacted towards you in their trauma, created physical, emotional, or spiritual trauma towards you, can you look at that person and say with love, in the deepest way of prayer? That is a different essence of healing. And when we can do that, we don't find ourselves drained, exhausted, and tired. And we are constantly trusting the fates. The fates are constantly being able to weave through us to support us on our journey. Let's see what card Spirit has. Let me know what's resonate with you. Replay as well. And then I'll share all the big announcements with you guys. What else do we have for you in this group? Energetic exchanges. Orphan. This card's been coming up a lot, and why? For those of you who are in the space for this announcement, this is for the soul that is wanting to enhance their gifts and really help the collective, but first help themselves. This is for the soul that is ready to stop allowing the narrative that I can't do and I'm not able to, my finances, all these things, and actually being open to receive and say, hey, wait a minute, I can possibly do it. I love telling stories because this is a great way that we learn, right? Storytelling. I remember I had a client years ago, a single mom of two, and really wanted to do healing. Hi, Tina. And when she approached me, we chatted and we shared all the things, and it felt like a full body yes to hold her in healing. And then it came to the point where she had to commit to her healing. And I asked her, can you just sit and do a ceremony with yourself after this call and just say, how important is it for you right now? Does it align for your timeline? And she said, so important. And she cried. She teared and she says, it's so important because when I heal myself, my daughters heal too. And I don't want them to choose a man that is going to abuse them and think that is love. And when I saw that, I said, wow, that is potent. That is honorable for you to do that, to heal yourself and see how much of an impact your one decision is making for your whole collective of people that you're related to. And when that happened, she decided to let go of the stories of why she couldn't do it. And literally 2 days later, she ended up getting a random sum of money. And that money was able to provide her for the support of healing. And she now has 2 beautiful girls. And she is not in an abusive household for her and her kids. So again, your why, really connect to your why. How important is it? Okay. It's great to say that you want the healing, you want to do the healing, you want to live this life, and I want to share this because it is a reminder, even for myself, my medicine is your medicine, right? It's a reflection. And we are constantly being reminded, how are we sitting and embodying our own medicine, our own advice, right? A lot of the times we don't want to be given advice. We just want to be heard and held, right? It's the difference between space holding and giving unsolicited advice that is based on your experience, knowing the difference. And also knowing the embodiment that you hold. Let's see what the ancestors say before I share this big announcement. I'm so excited. How are we feeling, guys? Bringing in the medicine, shall we, eh? A lot of deep medicine that we're sharing with you, but it's good. It's good. It's needed, because when we do this healing, something opens up in ourselves. When we have these conversations together, when we come together and heal together with nature and with our work, so much happens. Okay. Let's get the ancestors. I want you to breathe in your body. I want you to call in your benevolent ancestors. And I want you to ask them, what is the message that you need today in relation to what is being channeled for the collective, the support that is being channeled by the unseen divine, receiving this message on the deepest levels, because we allow ourselves to get out of the way. Let's even ask the ancestors, show me what I need to see. We make our questions so complicated. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see for the collective. That's all that we ask. We got 4 cards, I believe. Yeah, we do. 5. This is so funny because it's literally everything we just talked about. I love the ancestors because they're like, let's do a little recap, shall we? I love them. Okay, so we got the sun. The sun is beautiful. I love the sun medicine. We have Father Sky that is coming in. And this is showing you enjoying success and happiness. I want you to ask yourself this question, simple. What does it look like to be happy and successful? What is the life? Not the tangible, physical. Remember all that glitter. Don't think of it as things. Things come to us in different ways, you know? Who knows? Someone might give you a home for you to stay in for free. That might be a way of abundance, right? I think we forget this is why I see distractions in this world, what abundance actually means. It's the offering, it's the giving, it's the receiving. So knowing, like, what does that look like for you? How does it taste like? What does that feel like? You know, if you can close your eyes and just feel, breathe, and sense in every part of your body and your being right now, what does it feel like to be happy? What does it feel like to be successful? Maybe for some of you, it might be, you know, it feels like this, or, you know, right away. For others, it might be blurry. It might be hard and tangible. For others, it might be like, I don't know what that looks like because I've never taken a moment to think about this. Keep it simple. Our questions that are simple allow us to get the clarity we need. Look in the mirror. We just had this. I think it was Christine that mentioned about this. So take time to reflect on self. Take time to reflect, you know, take less time trying to do and take time to reflect in between. This is why I say integration is so important, right? When was the last time you reflect on all the changes and how much you've shifted? When was the last time you reflected on your relationships? When was the last time you reflected on your space? When was the last time you reflected on yourself and your being? Everything in your life is a mirror of simply who you are, and it is a part of you. You have the snake. I love the snake totem. It's really teaching us how to shed our skins. And what we ask the snake totem here is to say, bring us the shed of our skin. It's also the totem of the medicine and the essence and the announcement of what I'll be sharing today. And the Lord, take charge and authority. Okay, that's the difference. It's really, your ancestors are saying that, like, please do not allow yourself to blame the distractions for your life. Please do not allow that. I just heard a crow medicine. That's wisdom for you to receive that, right? The new beginnings, which the crow brings, but it's also a message of death and life as well. It's a message of an ancestor. It's a message of the shadow. It's a message of communicating telepathy. That's what crow brings. And it also brings our magic guardian, right? So we have the smoke, which is allowing our prayers to go into the unseen and trusting it will happen for us, and staying clear with what we want, staying clear with what we're stepping into. And that will constantly be supported for us and some. So the magic guardian is saying, unlock your gifts within. This is an opportunity for those of you that are here, that this offering is for you to unlock the gifts within. It's for you to enhance, to connect with nature, to understand what are the gifts my ancestors have given me? What are the gifts that my spirit has? Unlocking them to open you up to feel everything, right? It's funny. When was the last time that you walked downtown and you saw a homeless person? What do you see? What do you feel? Do you look at your phone and disconnect from the pain and the suffering of this world? Or do you see and you make eye contact and you give prayer? There's a difference. The people here who are thinking that they're feeling so much, you're meant to feel everything to understand why you're here, right? I used to be like that as well. When I used to be like, oh, it's too much. And it's like, you can be a pillar no matter where you are because you're at home, you're in your spirit. That is the potency of your essence, right? So the magic here is showing you what's the magic within. Bring your magic to feel it all. And that's what enhances your gifts. Those of you who are not connecting to it might be struggles or intensities because you feel that you've been in very intensive environments. And instead of feeling and sensing and being there in prayer, you're taking it in. There's a difference, right? So when you see that, feel into that, tune into that, pray for them, be in that work. When we do that, for acknowledge what is it, separation that you're creating when you walk downtown and you see the different spirits and souls that are here. Because isolation is not the way. Isolating away is not the way. So the next one that I want to share is great teacher. Learn from your spiritual experiences. What are my experiences here meant for me to learn from and teach me, right? When you have a spiritual experience means life, by the way. I always laugh when people say they're like, oh, I just started my spiritual journey. And I'm like, don't worry. We all started it at the same time when we were born, before we were even born, right? It's just that now you're consciously aware and you're able to be aware of what that means of the spiritual life, right? So calling life the meditation, calling life the ceremony, really. So these are the messages I want to share with you to kind of rumble into the announcement today. And I'm feeling really good. I'm excited to share with you guys. We are going to be sharing a lot of things. So I want you to do a big favor before we cleanse and reset the space and move into the announcements. I'm just going to write this down because I'm going to forget when I start the announcements so I can put a timestamp for you guys. I want you to get comfortable. I want you to ask your heart state to be open to receive and to listen. Just bring your awareness the next 10 to 15 minutes just to be fully present as much as you can here. Okay. And I'm so excited. Drum roll. Drum roll. So the first thing we're going to share is these announcements, and these big announcements, big launch is going to be a 2-piece, right? So we have today, which is a lot of announcements, but I also want to not overwhelm you. So I'm going to be sharing pre-announcements, pre-launch, and also launch of things. I made a list because I'm going to forget. And I know I will. So let me just bring out the list so I'm with you guys and we can connect here. Give me a sec. Okay, we are here. We are good with the list. I'm so excited. I don't even know, like, how excited are you guys? Excited? If you're in replay, let me know. I'm so excited. I'm gonna move TikTok here so I can see my notes. Okay. There's so much power in mirror work. There is. When we can look at ourselves, we can then look at people. We can see them and take them in. Okay. You ready? So a couple of these things are things you guys already know, but there are some things that I've kind of alluded to and I want to share more to in the last 2 videos. If you've been watching, drum roll, Tina. I love it. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is the offerings. There's a lot of new and very powerful collaborations and offerings that I want to share with you. The first and foremost announcement before I go into it is I want to talk about Divine Dharma that's happening. I haven't really chatted much about it, and then we'll go into the new, okay? So Divine Dharma is happening on the 16th to the 24th. I actually have the information session tonight. I'm so excited to connect with those of you who have already enrolled, and there's 3 spots. And I want to just share a little bit more about how this space can support you, because my intention in this space and in community is to offer tools to help you. Okay. This is a retreat and training. What does that mean? This is equally a space where you're healing as well as learning to heal yourself. So during this Divine Dharma retreat, you are going to receive 𝐾𝐨𝐵, which is amazing frog medicine from the Amazon to help cleanse your body and your being from all the metals, the heavy metals that you receive in the city. The first medicines or medication, I shouldn't say medicines, medications that you have taken since you were born, since your mother and your grandmother token, right? And it really cleanses the body to help with your lymphatic system. I've seen people heal cancer, diabetes, Lyme's disease, HIV, so many things from this beautiful medicine. So it is such honor to serve this group with this medicine to heal, so we can open the light body, open the chakras, open the space. I am a 𝐾𝐨𝐵 facilitator. I've been trained in 4 traditional ways. So one that you'll see if you Google is the water method. That's one method, but I've also been trained in multiple other ways as well. And I'm so excited to offer that in my services, in my retreats. In the Divine Dharma, you're also going to learn how to smudge your body, smudge your energy properly. The way that I've been taught by my elders, and offering this so you can be at home and learn how to smudge. You notice when I'm on the video, I always am smudging. I'm just going to smudge a little bit more because the sage went out. And the reason why is because it is my energetic responsibility when I am connecting and channeling to smudge, to work with the plants. I can't do my work without plants and allies, right? So we're going to learn what's the difference between smudging with sage, smudging with Palo Santo, right? There is a difference. And Kupal, there's various medicines for you to learn and bring that home with you. We're going to learn about the chakras. What's the difference between each chakra? How to understand if one chakra is in balance and what to do. We're going to be doing workshops on enhancing your gifts. So what that looks like is tuning into, what your gifts are, how to open your psychic abilities, your dream state, introducing you to opening that up and awakening that and tuning that and accessing it even in your everyday life, while allowing yourself to be that pillar within yourself. I will be initiating all of the attendees in the Divine Dharma into elemental Reiki 1 level. And this is very, very beautiful because this is an opportunity. Christine, this is what I need. Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you to be attuned with Reiki. And what Reiki is life force energy. We all have Reiki in our hands. You might notice that your hands is what you go to when you want to heal. Your light beings, we all have that. And what Reiki attunement does is it enhances the hands, the touching, the healing that you have in the palms, which is where we transfer our energy. So you will go through a full workshop course and an initiation at the end, practice Reiki on each other, learn about how to give Reiki to plants, animals, and the elements, and literally be a walking hands of healing light force that you can consciously use for yourself, and your loved ones, and family members. I love hearing people do Reiki on their baby. I had a beautiful mother that I did an initiation for last year, and she did it for her baby, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful to watch. So yeah, it's just so amazing to see how we can use our tools. And the intention here is for all of you to have your tools in your little suitcase, in your bag, that you can go to whenever you need it. Not only when you're in the low of times, high of times, transitioning, integrating, but also just everyday life. It's about managing our energy and doing those routines and doing what's good for ourselves and our soul. We'll also get the opportunity to be in a beautiful 150 acres in nature in Quebec. It's happening in Canada, and beside a lake. You can go swim in the lake. You can enjoy the sun in the times where we have downtime. You'll be getting dieta vegan food during your time of stay. We'll also be doing breath work. You'll be sitting in a breathwork ceremony for your healing, and I'll also be doing a plant medicine ceremony for you as well. So this is just an insight of what is included in this beautiful space. And like I said, there are 3 spots. So if that is something you're interested in, applications do close by the 15th of this month. So please go and apply as soon as you can, so you can enjoy this space. And it's all about divine dharma. What that means is stepping into the divinity of soul. This is for people who are feeling called to be a light worker for themselves, to heal themselves. Your healing starts here. You know, I didn't become what I'm doing now because I was like, I'm going to be a medicine carrier and I'm going to do Kambo and I'm going to do. No, I worked on myself. I still do. And that's my responsibility, to constantly work on myself, doing my work, staying grounded in all the work that we do. That's our responsibility. And in doing that, then we're able to fill the cups with others and help each other, right? So it's all about learning to fill your cup during this retreat and listening to the beat of your drum of your own divinity and healing. There's also going to be an integration call a month after the retreat to support you, as a lot of your life is going to shift in this portal. And it is important that you integrate it. Like I said, that's 85% of the work. So it is any retreat I host, any healings I host, I always do an integration call with medicines. So make sure that you can come to that, share experience and all the things. Okay, second drum roll, y'all. This is the next announcement. We got like 7. So you want to sit and enjoy and relax. Okay, there's no rush. The next one is something I am so gratefully honored. I'm honored to support this, because for a very long time, one of my biggest promises that I really wanted to step into is, though I do help with the medicines like Kambo, which is from the 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐸s, the indigenous group of the 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐸s, is honoring the teachers and elders and honoring all of this as well. Christine, I'm going to share how to apply for all the things at the end. Don't worry. So the shamanic initiation is a 26-day initiation with the Shipibo elders and family in Peru. And I will be assisting during this time. It is happening on July 11th to August 5th, 2024 this year. And you will get to sit in ceremony with grandmother, with Ma'aya, with also sitting with master plants such as Bobinsana, Chiricsanango, Noyarao. And this is an opportunity for those of you who are feeling the call in your heart to work with the plants. You've been doing the work. You're ready to go deeper. You're ready to silence the mind and go in and do the healing, do the work. You're going to learn about Mapacho, Soplado. You're going to learn about all the different plants. Don Miguel, who's the maestro there, who comes from a lineage of many healers, many profound healers, will be the one, stepping in and supporting us during this time. He'll give you a tour of the garden. We'll be there with his family. You'll be staying in a hut for 26 days, and you'll be sitting in medicine. We sit in 10 ceremonies with Aya, and it's an opportunity to really initiate with yourself and understand, what does it mean to hold these tools, these bones, these ancestral wisdom that you have, and unlocking that to open yourself up to what you're here to do. And this is an amazing opportunity. I actually got to sit last year for 26 days with Bobinsana and Noyarao. It was the most life-changing experience of my life. And as you can tell, I cut my hair. I had braids and stuff. I shaved all my hair. I gave it to the earth as my offering to the earth. She said, cut it, because there was so much attachment to my hair. And I feel me, I'm like, I'm not hiding. I'm here. And look what happened almost a year before. You guys have seen the transformation in the videos, and I'm so honored and humbled that you've been able to see that and be here in this process. So now it's your turn. So for those of you who are feeling the call, this is an opportunity for you. There are 6 spots available. I would highly suggest, if that's something you're interested in, to apply. Again, I'm going to share how to apply for all the things at the end of this video. So stay tuned, receive every coding of offering and see what feels good. Okay. Because there's a lot here. That's a really incredible. Yes, it's beautiful. And again, we'll be working with Elio, who's the co-founder, along with Don Miguel. They work together. One of the things I love about this center specifically is one of the shadows I see in the plant medicine ceremonies, as well as centers and retreat centers, is that the maestro is here and the Westerner is here. And I really am someone that I don't like seeing that, where it's not respecting the elders of the traditions. And what I love about Elio is he sees maestro together as this equal. He doesn't make any decision. And I've seen it in the process of my 26 days without Don Miguel. And they work as a beautiful team along with Teo, who's the person who's going around getting the plants for you to heal your body. You come to this space wanting to heal your physical body. You sit with a consultation with Don Miguel and we go over, what do you want to heal? Is it your periods? Is it your diabetes? Is it HPV? Or HIV? Is it, healing, your ovaries? Is it healing your asthma, your acne, everything, your injury you had where you had a broken bone and you still don't feel like that knee is great? They are there to heal you through sauna with herbs, through having your treatments every single day. They want you to leave healing. So this is amazing. And throughout this whole time, you have dieta food, you eat great, delicious, amazing food to support your well-being. So again, this is specifically for people who are serious, who want to do the work, who want to do the healing, and for people who feel this call for plants. Again, this is not an initiation for you to survive. This is not initiation for this. This is appreciation. You do learn and brew together the Aya medicine and go through the processes and healing and all of that and learn that. But this is simply for learning and healing to enhance your own gifts within. So I just want to really highlight that out, because the process of these plant medicines, and as again, as a medicine carrier, it's important for me to educate community, because there's a lot of people out there that think that they're sitting with one eye in ceremony and then they're a shaman. Okay, this is not the intention. The intention is to respect the medicine, to humble yourself, to sit with the elders, and to receive the indigenous wisdom. They're bringing you in to their home, to their space, and they're showing you such deep, deep medicine. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll share more about how to apply at the end. The next offering is an offering with 𝐃𝐨𝐬, and I'm so excited. I know for a lot of you, sometimes a week can be hard for you to commit to, and this will actually open for registration coming this in the fall. But it will be open for registration this Friday, okay? Funny but not funny. Yeah, it's important. It's crucial. Like I know for a lot of us it's a joke to see that people are doing that, but in a seriousness, you're finding people serving medicine who don't understand contradictions, don't understand where the people states are. This is why stepping forward want to really open you up to well-renowned and integral space holders, curanderos, curanderas, and also maestros that can support you working as a team to help bringing that Eastern-Western, that condor and eagle prophecy together, which is essentially bringing the world together, not divided and separated. And this is the biggest prayer that a lot of indigenous have and share in their stories. Did you say Peru? Yes, this will be in Peru, okay, in the jungle of Iquitos, okay, from July 11th to August 5th, 2024. The second offering, going back to it, is the 𝐃𝐨𝐬 Weekend Retreat. I will be offering a 𝐃𝐨𝐬 Weekend Retreat. Open registration will be this Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be for eclipse season. So 𝐃𝐨𝐬, as I mentioned, I'm hoping to do a video. I have a few videos already on what is 𝐃𝐨𝐬, information on how to tune into 𝐃𝐨𝐬, but I also want to do a video on, how to support, how do you feel the call for 𝐃𝐨𝐬, all those things. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know with a frog emoji. Same thing for replay people. Put a frog emoji, let me know, and I will do that to support you. So 𝐃𝐨𝐬, like I said, is a beautiful Philomedusa frog. It is considered the, they call it the V, I can't say because censorship, the V of the Amazon, right? So it helps you clear and cleanse from pana, anything that your body is holding. Our body speaks before it screams. So connecting and understanding, why is your body having these physical manifestations? It's also great for helping the lymphatic system, to opening the body, to clearing from candida. It helped me with candida. It helped me heal my endometriosis. I used to not be able to walk for a whole day and pass out and sick and faint, and I just couldn't move years ago. And it was 𝐃𝐨𝐬 as well as Aya that helped me with this. So again, these medicines are here to support us. Nature is our medicine and medication. And this is what I'm really teaching people. I had a conversation with a beautiful mother yesterday, and she was saying, talking about her comparison between nature and natural birth and non-natural birth, and really supporting her and saying, what do you want? What does your body want? But also not being afraid to tune into that space of your body is supported by nature constantly. So why wouldn't you be able to heal your body? Why can't you live a life without pain and chronic pain and struggling and all of these, depressions, anxieties? You have an opportunity to live a life of freedom and peace. And when we start to open and welcome that possibility, so much can open up with that. So you'll get to sit with breath work, 𝐾𝐨, as well as other plants and a plant medicine ceremony. So these will be offered September 19th, 19th to the 22nd, 2024, and October 3rd to the 6th, 2024. Again, there will be limited spots available for this because it will be a small group and offering this in the weekend in Canada. So if you're interested in that, you guys can go and email me. And I'm also going to have the registration up on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Oh, exciting. You're like, Shika, what more? There's more. There's more. There's more. Number 4. What's the fourth offering that we have here? The fourth offering is the 3-day Aya retreat in Costa Rica at Heaven and Earth Sanctuary. Now we're getting into Aya and the deeper works and other offerings. This is happening this year in November. I will be doing an initiation. I'm sure you guys, if you guys don't know, I host the Earth Dharma training program, which is a 1-year program to really teach and connect with souls with nature, to allow themselves to step into their divinity and be the space holder that they are meant to be for their aligned collective community. We each have these gifts. These are 4 people who have been on this journey, ready to really step deeper into it and continue to learn. Again, it's a life process. Don't think that this is a program that you just do for a year and then now you're like this shaman. No, this is not the intention of it. The intention is to initiate oneself into understanding what is the legacy that you are leaving here for tomorrow's generation, and tuning into that gift, right, beyond ourselves by first going into our healing. So I'm really excited for that, and I cannot wait. And that's going to be for about 10 days. And then after, we are going to be meeting all together. I'm so excited for 3 days with 𝐾𝐨𝐤𝐤𝐤, who is an amazing curandera. I worked with her for 5 years now, and I've known her for 5 years. And she's basically the reason why I do my work now, because I started sitting with Aya before 𝐾𝐾𝐨, and through the process of us connecting and our paths weaving, and now we are co-creating. So I have invited her to do a private group for our community. It's only 10 spots. Right now, there's only 6 spots available because some of the Earth Dharma students are coming to do it. And I want to offer a few spots to you. So if you want to sit for 2 ceremonies in Costa Rica on the 20th to the 23rd, 2024 November, I would love to see you there. And you can email for that or apply, and I'll share how to apply shortly. So really excited for that. There's going to be voice activation. There's going to be, what else? We're going to have chakra clearing, Sananga, which is a beautiful medicine that you put in your eyes to help clear the eyes. It's amazing for eyesight. I did this medicine for 1 month and I didn't need my glasses. This is how powerful this medicine is. I did it for 1 month. I didn't need my glasses. So you'll get to connect with the spirit of Sananga, connecting with it. It's great for resented anger as well, clearing the chakras, the third eye, opening the eyes. You even notice when you're done with Sananga that everything looks more green and lush and your eyes lighten up. And the same thing with 𝐴𝐴, which is an amazing medicine with tobacco and sacred other plants. You'll be also being offered that, and 2 ceremonies with Aya. And being able to have a water blessing, which is essentially, it feels like the best way of explaining it, it's like a baptism. You clear and cleanse your whole body, your light body, with water, and Colleen's going to be doing this on your body. And it's such an offering and a gift, and it's such an offering. So this is an opportunity for you if you feel like you'd like to do the 3 days. Again, spots will fill up quickly for this, and registration for this specific retreat will close June 1st. Okay, so you'll have to apply before that and hold your spot. And I'll go over all the details in a second. Okay, next thing. Is there more? There's more. There's more. So we have Costa Rica retreat that is happening next year with 𝐾𝐨𝐤𝐤𝐤 and Carol as well, and myself. at Heaven and Earth Sanctuary. We'll be meeting back here next year on February 1st to the 11th, 2025. If you guys remember, I posted that we did a Bobinsana, Aya, cacao, breathwork, yoga, beautiful retreat in Costa Rica in February this past year. And we're bringing it again next year. And it's such such a great opportunity for you if you are wanting deep healing, if you are wanting to work with Bobinsana, which Bobinsana is great for healing the heart from grief, heartbreak, and it's amazing for enhancing your voice, your gifts, activating your creative energy and heart for the inner child as well. It's helped so much after doing a silent dieta. Last year, when I was in Aya healing retreats with Bobinsana, I can say that it has definitely helped me heal my heart. It opened my throat chakra. I ended up writing like 6 songs just from being in silence. And I wrote more in my integration. So much opened up through that process. It was amazing. I ended up noticing all my relationships with my family, even family members I didn't talk to for years. I ended up getting messages with them, chatting with them, and my relations with them has changed completely. So this medicine is so potent. You will get to sit and drink and commune with this medicine along with Aya, which they work together. And you will have 4 Aya ceremonies during this time. Over the 10 days together, sitting with Bobinsana, sitting with cacao, having voice activation. I will be serving 2 Kambo ceremonies and assisting with Colleen on the eye healing. Oh, it's so exciting. And during this process, you will also get to have integration. So a month after the retreat, we meet on a via Zoom and we integrate together. You share all the changes you've been going through, and we give you integration support together. And this will be a great opportunity for you as well. Carol will also be sharing her amazing gifts as she spent many years with psychosomatics, and she is profound. She'll teach you just by looking at your body, what you can read and within your body. What is your coding? What are you telling people just by your body language and your hairline and your eyebrows and your eyes and everything? And she'll teach you how to shift your whole body into confidence, into power, into awareness just through her workshop. It's really beautiful to experience with her. You'll get a water blessing as well in the waters, which is amazing. And these are the few of many offerings that you'll be experiencing. So that will be happening again February 1st to the 11th, 2025 next year. And it's going to be great. And if you're feeling called to sit with the medicines, this is a great space. Okay. We got the last retreat before 2 big announcements for spacing and just helping you with healing that are accessible on an online level. Okay. Yes, this is the one I need. Yeah. So that's why I said sit, receive, see which ones you feel connected to. Maybe you'll be connected to this one. Maybe you'll connect to the other one. Like, this is why listen to your body, see what feels good, but also be aware of like what's coming up, because the ceremony starts before you land on the 1st of February. It starts before you land July 11th in Peru. It starts before the date. The moment this comes in your field, it's already starting. The medicine's already working with you. They've been working with you before, before you initially sit with them. I remember I dreamt 2 years with Aya before I actually sat and felt ready to sit with her, right? Because that was all my own fear and conditioning and all this in there. The mind is so powerful, right? So when I was able to settle and I went in, but I always say that if it's coming in your field, most likely you're ready, The next offering is in Peru, and this is happening April 21st to the 30th, 2025 in Peru at Novelis Treehouse Retreat Center with the Shipibo. And another opportunity, again, weaving and connecting with Juan, his family and team. And it's just such an honor, again, to connect, to collaborate, and to share community, to come and learn from the elders. So they will be amazing to just support you in their home, in the retreat. And you will be sitting with 4 ceremonies again here for the 10 days. You'll be sitting with Bobinsana. There will be a workshop on how to make traditional Shipibo jewelry as well. So you get to make traditional jewelry with the Shipibo elders, which is amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't think I have one of my jewelry. I should have brought it with me. I might have it here. Sometimes I bring it with me. But, oh, I do. So this is an example of indigenous jewelry that I have. Okay. So beautiful. I bought it last time. I bought this a long time ago, years ago. I don't even remember. So you'll get to learn how to make the jewelry, and you're supporting the indigenous as well as getting to learn these amazing ways of like why they make the jewelry, what's the protection it holds, what's the healing that it holds, and the meaning of it in a right way from the elders. You'll also get to sit with Bobinsana again for the heart. And I also want to remind you that in Costa Rica and Peru, this is where the medicine is found. You're sitting in the lands of where the medicine is being created. How amazing is that? How amazing is it to sit in the lands with that medicine, right? And to connect with her right beneath your feet, holding you in your healing and your integration. In Peru, we'll also be able to really connect in these amazing treehouse huts where you'll be sleeping and experiencing the medicine and integrating cacao. We'll be doing some movement, some breath work, 𝐾𝐨𝐵, and we'll be able to really just tune into nature. I want to say that the whole jungle becomes an orchestra at night, and there's nothing more powerful than being able to sit in medicine ceremony, like in the jungle, feeling the waters, feeling the elements, feeling the healing. It's recoding yourself. Nature's sounds is the coding of healing. So you're getting that along with sound healing, voice activations, rape, sananga. You are literally being held by a team in this space. And that's really what it's coming down to. You're coming for your healing by a team, by the elders, by the curanderas, the curanderos, the maestros, and you're learning to receive and getting their deep 𝐸𝐸𝐸, their deep healing. So I just want to share this potent, I'm just feeling the medicine of this. This is a great opportunity. Again, this is an intimate group. So for the one in Costa Rica that's happening in February and in Peru, there are 10 spots, a group of 10. So if you are interested in wanting to apply, the next steps for any of these retreats and how to apply: Divine Dharma, the shamanic initiation, the Aya retreat, as well as Costa Rica, Peru, and 𝐾𝐨𝐵. Okay, these are all the retreat offerings in person that we have here for community to heal with the plants, to heal with the allies. So for the Divine Dharma, the shamanic initiation, Costa Rica and Peru, you can apply for all of that through the link in retreats for 2024, 2025. Please make sure you fill out the form. It's down below my link tree. Okay, so you go in the description, and for TikTok, you'll find it linked in my bio. You can go and apply down there and share your hearts of what you're calling in for healing so we can support you. Okay, so the team can support you. Now, for the 𝐾𝐨𝐵 weekend retreat, the official launch is going to be this coming Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. If you are feeling all in your body, you're like, yes, I want to do an eclipse plant medicine ceremony for a weekend. It's feeling a full body, yes. Then if that is you, then you can email team@shikachica@gmail.com. Okay. You'll see my link tree. It says email, and you can go and email through the website, and my team will support you, and we will put you as well on the list. Okay. Until the official opening. For the 3-day Aya retreat, it is a small group of community of warriors that are here to bring prayers and healing. And this is for the deep workers that are ready to do this work for ourselves and the collective. And if this is something you're interested in, again, June 1st, or until all spots are filled, which they will fill up really quickly, will be from November 20th to the 23rd, 2024. You can email, and we can show you all of the next steps and how to hold your spot. Okay, last two. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I love being able to spend time with you guys and receive. Sorry, TikTok's telling me to put this on here. Okay, cool. Sorry, after an hour, TikTok's like, are you still here? Yes, I am. Okay, so the last two offerings are offerings that, one, you guys have been asking, and two, has been coming up a while. If you've sit with me in retreat, I've done a lot of women's retreats. I've also done a lot of just 𝐾𝐨𝐵 ceremonies and healings. And one of the biggest things that's been coming up lately has been every single 𝐾𝐨𝐵 ceremony since I was initiated, and even my own, has been a a process of me bringing a baby spirit onto the other side or bringing them into the earth side. And this is a pattern. And I always say that as space holders, the biggest tool that we need to do, as I do on the videos too, is to listen. Listen and watch and observe, right? And that can be your biggest teacher as well. And in a time right now where I'm hearing more and more in conversations, just like the February retreat in Costa Rica, the Aya retreat that we did, 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐵 Bomansana, I remember having this conversation with a mother who sat in ceremony, and she's pregnant with her little one. So her and her little one sat 4 ceremonies with Aya. And through the process, I asked her this very potent question that's been coming up. And I said, what is it that you feel like, I'm getting full body goosebumps. What is it that you feel like you needed in the time of your first child? And she welded, her eyes welded up, and she said, I don't think anyone's ever asked me that. And I said, what do you think you needed? And whether you're a mother or not, I think it's very important to listen to this message because it's so key, because we all came from a womb. So this is important for all of us to be aware of this. You know, us just checking out because it's like, oh, this is really important. And she said, you know, I wanted to be able to bring my baby in the way I wanted to, the way that we wanted to. And time again, I find myself sitting with grandmothers, mothers, or even people who were born, and them sharing, whether they were the baby being born or being the mother birthing, that they have these experiences where they wish they were held and they wish they were advocated more. And obviously the world has shifted, but so much has not as well. And one of the things I'm seeing as I do more of my work and deeper and doing yoni blessings and yoni healing and yoni mapping, there's a lot that offering healing and bringing herbs and medicines and, you know, understanding what is here in our being. I am finding more and more as working in these arts and these healings that women are needed to connect to the divinity of themselves, as well as connecting to that healing of their child. And as I sat in ceremony on my 3rd ceremony, and I remember writing in my journal, let me tell you guys a crazy story, okay? And this is important before I share this offering. So I wrote in my journal, I had a ceremony, and in the process of the ceremony with this beautiful pregnant woman who is going through, and the whole night, my job assisting the ceremony was just to protect the babies and mothers. And this has happened before. I remember in my 2060 initiation with Aya healing retreats, I was wrapping the babies with these beautiful blankets of light and coating them and connecting and bringing them and just making sure they're protected when they come to Earthside. And it's been something that's been coming my dreams. And to be completely honest with you guys, as much as you push something that you're meant to do, it still finds you. It will find you no matter how many times you run away from it, right? So it's finding me again and again in my 𝐸𝐤𝐵 ceremonies, and I'm helping people anyways doing it. So I wrote down in my journal, okay, Spirit, if this is something I'm meant to do, and the channeled message I got was energetic doula. If I am meant to be an energetic doula, then show me. So bringing you back to March before I head to my goddess retreat in Portugal, right? I'm sitting there and I get this email from this amazing soul. I didn't know that this woman was pregnant. And somehow, as some of you have had this experience, because I get so many emails of you guys, you find channels, like maybe you find this YouTube channel through a friend or whatnot, found this channel, and they said, oh, this is really weird that I found this channel. Thanks, stories. And somehow, you know, we connected. The next thing you know, we're on Zoom and we're chatting. So I'm like, okay, so what do you need? One of the things I always ask is like, what support are you looking for? So I know if there's anything in the toolbox I can support, or if I can bring you to someone else or recommend you to someone else, right? Tell me why this amazing mother and woman was like, I need someone to protect my baby and I for what we're stepping into. I need an energetic doula. I'm getting full body goosebumps. And I look at her and I said, a what? She said, energetic doula. So I let her share. And at the end of her share, I said, I know this sounds crazy, but I wrote that in my journal. Can I ask you, when did you have this come in? She went back to when this came in, and it was the same day I was in ceremony. Full body goosebumps. So I want to share the story for two reasons. One, the plants will weave into your life and they are constantly communicating with you, and the unseen is constantly communicating with you. Two, this has brought such deeper understanding of more of how to offer. And I know a lot of you who've shared, who've either gone through abortion, gone through miscarriaging, maybe there's some fears around being a mother. Maybe you've gone through a process of trauma of having a baby, or maybe that you want a child, or maybe there's all these other things that you want to heal and connect with your womb. Maybe you're currently pregnant, right? And this offering is for the mother, or the one that wants to step into motherhood, that is wanting to do it consciously alongside with their baby, and is wanting and seeking that healing for them and baby, not just for them, to help support their womb to be a beautiful garden of healing, to work with the plant allies, to create a ceremony, which you are a ceremony the moment you conceive, to understand what's coming up, because of course you're literally building your baby's root chakra for those 9 months. So the root chakra of where you don't feel safe in self is going to come up and be triggered and even more enhanced as you're so open as a portal. So supporting you through inner child healing, supporting you through healings together constantly, helping you leading up to the birth, preparing your ceremonial birth, and also the postpartum as well, bringing the bones back to binding, allowing the mother to birth themselves, moving into the grieving period and into the out of the cocoon into the butterfly, not only as a mother, but as a woman that they step into. This is exactly what it's for. So I'm so honored and excited to announce that I am opening an energetic doula space holding for mothers and for baby, not just for mother. And this is a beautiful 18-month support that is going to help you through, whether it's starting with good conceiving to you are pregnant right now and you need that support and energy to help you, that team, and to coordinate that team to help you through the process and to heal and support you here, checking in with you and working with plants with your birth. So I'm so excited. There's 2 spots. I'm only going to be taking 2 to 3 people at a time. I'm just saying so much trauma. I'm just reading your comment because it's blocked here. 1 second. So much trauma with it, and thank you for this. Yeah, and I'm sure I am certain that every single one of you listening to this knows someone that has, or maybe they haven't spoken about it. A lot of mothers don't talk about it. A lot of people who were birthed in a way that, was, not in a space that felt safe, and, in honoring the mother and the body and the healing and the ceremony. And to shift that, birthing can be quite beautiful, can be quite healing, can be quite a transformation, but to take it even that much deeper into consciousness and connecting to the divine. So if this is something you're interested in, I will be offering this, and you can email Team Chica. Just go through my email, or you can email me directly and I'll go to Team Chica and let me know that you're interested in the energetic doula. And again, this is for someone who's either gone through miscarriage, who's either gone through abortion. It's an 18-month container, but depending on what you go through, it can be less as well. The reason why I make it 18 months is because it's the process of bringing you through the whole birth connection, the whole birth ceremony. But for those of you who are more into clearing and healing the womb, to step into that when you're ready, or even birthing into the woman, the feminine you want to be through this, understanding what that baby spirit that didn't come to Earthside has taught you, to prepare you for the next, or to prepare you for what you need to birth into this existence. So thank you, Juliet. It's such an honor. Thank you, Stories, for all of this shared. And if you know a mother, or you know someone that is wanting to birth consciously, or maybe this fears, or gone through miscarriage or abortion, please share it with them. It's on the website underneath offerings and mentoring, and you can go check out and read it, and email for more information or to connect and apply. The last offering, we made it to the last offering. Okay, last offering we have, and this is something that's been asked through many DMs, and I haven't had, honestly, the space to really do it. And I don't do these offerings unless I have space, okay? I'm not going to offer something if we don't got energy for it, because we don't want to do that, okay? We're always offering in a space where our cup is full, right? Our cup is being nourished. So Reiki. I am going to be offering a Reiki 1 live elemental initiation and course June 1st to June 2nd. So if you've been wanting to do Reiki and you've been wanting to connect, I am trained in Usui and Seki, which is Egyptian Reiki. And I am bringing this medicine with Usui and elemental medicinal healing as well, understanding elements and weaving that into Reiki. Then I'll be doing a training. It'll be an intimate group and it's 2 days long from 10 to 3 p.m. So 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Eastern time. Registration will be opening this Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. And you can apply and sign up for that. Wait, I'm 1 and 2 Usui. Do you do 3? I do master level as well. Stories just asked me that. When I do master level, I get people to message me and I do it one by one. It's bit by bit. I'm very when you go into the program, it's so thorough. That's why I make it 2 full days. Usually people do Reiki 1 day, but I do it in 2 full days, which is great. And it's an opportunity for you to really go into those healings and to learn, to tune into, your light force energy. I still use Reiki every single day for myself at the end of days, and when I'm in bed, in my water to charge. I use it constantly. And it's just a great tool, even if you don't want to necessarily be a full-time practitioner. It's just great. Or if you have other offerings such as astrology or readings or past life regression or plant medicine, this is just a great tool. I teach it in a way where it can be a tool for you and you decide what you want to do with this tool. So these are all the offerings. There is more, but there's smaller offerings that are coming up. These are the big ones. These are the big opportunities to really work with plants and work with healing. And again, all of the offerings share on the website and the link tree down below. And you can apply for all retreats through the retreat Google form, as well as apply for the energetic doula through email, as well as Reiki through email. And for Reiki and for the 𝐾𝐨 retreats, the opening will be officially 12 p.m. Eastern time this week. So I'm so excited. What a blessing. I want to close space because this was a ceremony and a half with you guys. I've been feeling all the medicines coming on here. That's why I've been feeling like, whoa. Oh my gosh, the medicines. There's so much power in there. So can you just bring yourself to presence? Let's smudge with some sage for a moment. Bringing spirit sage into the space. And let's just take a moment before we close this ceremony together. Congratulations to all of us, honestly. This is a team effort. It's not just me, it's everyone. And I wouldn't be able to do my work without my elders, without Colleen Ariel, without Don Miguel, without Elio, without Corey, I'm just naming a few that have taught me to where I am today. So I just want to honor them and their work because this is work. This is deep work and it's important. So let's just close our eyes if you can. If you can't, just bring yourself into presence and just take a deep breath. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And just allowing yourself to go into a natural breath, into your body, into your being, into your vessel. Giving gratitude for all the plants, for Kambo, for Mother Aya, for Bomansana, for cacao, Sananga, Rape, the small plants, the big plants, all the in-between, supporting us right beneath our feet. Gratitude for all the elders that are holding us and allowing us to come healing, and the eagle condor that weaves above us, allowing us to bring us together and not separated. Allow us to dissolve the illusions and the distractions that are in our life and to come back home to our divinity, to our freedom, to ourself, to our essence, for us and all related, to our ancestors. Thank you for their wisdom, for allowing you to be a reincarnation of their coding, as you are their deepest prayer. Gratitude for your spirit, your soul, for dropping from the stars above and coming into this body, knowing that you are here for something so much bigger, and to feel the expansion of your spirit, taking a breath into your being right now as you breathe in through the nose in prayer. And as you exhale, exhaling it back to the earth, knowing that the trees is why we're here, the life is why we're here. We are here to experience it all. And I trust that these offerings and these prayers will go to whoever it's meant to, in the right relations. Allow every soul here to receive what they need. Taking a deep breath together and sounding and exhaling. Opening your eyes if you've closed them. Thank you so much for being here and just doing all the work you do. I'm so excited for this year and next year and all the offerings. I'm looking forward to reading your applications and just meeting you in these spaces. And feel free to share this video and share the website, www.𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞.com, to see the offerings, as well as in the bio down below and or the description. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds. It helps. Like, subscribe. Thank you for celebrating life with me, and continue to do so. Be the ceremony that you want to be. I love you so much.